Hello YouTube, Boss Rino. Welcome to my channel. So ito, 4 unique paranormal videos that will surprise you. Ito ay the darkest secret. So takot na naman tayo, di ba? So kailangan natin matakot dito. So nakikita nyo ba itong t-shirt ko ngayon? Hi! Itong t-shirt ko, ang ganda, di ba? Ang ganda ng kanyang tatak. Tapos ang ganda ng kanyang pagkaka-print. Ito ay ang RCH clothing. So, di ba? So, parang ang pahit ko nga dito Parang hindi halata yung chan ko. Ang ganda ng tela nila. Ang ganda ng pagkakatahi. Ang sarap sa balat. Actually, bihira ako mag-fit ng damit. Pero yung damit nila, fit. O, ilalagay ko rin sa description sa baba. Yung kanilang mga may Shopee sila at Lazada. Kaya napakadali lang umorder ha. I-check nyo mga katakot. So, ito, tirahin natin ito. Bago pa tirahin ng iba.
Let's not allow these clips to be forgotten. Without further ado, let's get started.
Game!
Number 4.
Ito na naman, anong oras na naman? Takot na naman ako.
We start this video with a couple of footages that serve to demystify what is a general belief. I know that when talking about something paranormal, one expects appearances as they are usually described in movies. A nun, a transparent being, a demon. However, when these things happen in reality, they are far from that. The events are subtle, but still unexplainable, just like what you're about to see next. It was 10 at night, inside a completely closed warehouse. Almost all the workers had already left, but the security cameras, as always, remained recording and captured an impossible event that now, for the first time, you will witness.
Ito na, magti-tiktok na naman ng mga multo, may CCTV Ay, pucha, ano yan? Ano yung mga andar mag-isa? Puta, bumalik. Ano yung basurahan ba yan?
That container you see moving there had at least 66 pounds of trash when it started moving on it.
Hindi pwede tong hindi pwedeng green screen to. Oo, kasi CCTV to Oo, hindi mo magi-green screen to. Napaka-imposible ma-green screen to. At napakalawak nung lugar.
So, how could this be possible? Although the enclosure was not completely closed, there was not enough wind to move that container in that way.
Gago,
Add to
totoo
this
to.
that the floor is even. It does not have slants that surround the movement of the container.
Tsaka hindi pwedeng tali to na ganun kahaba, hihigitin mo tapos lumiko na pa curve. Kalokohan yan.
Which changes direction.
Feeling ko totoo to, gago.
Continuing with evidence of true subtle paranormal phenomena.
Hospital to.
On
Tama.
the other side of the world, a mall worker would record the following video.
Oh, pucha, ano yan? Gago. Putang na, kanina pa ako takot Huwag mo ko takutin. Hindi mo malalagyan ng tali yan.
Unlike the previous one, this enclosure was closed when the man began to record. There was no wind, but if that were the case, we all know that these doors are very difficult to open. You have to apply a lot of force to move them, so it is impossible that the wind could have been the cause of such movement.
Gago!
Footage
Hindi rin hindi rin yan yung automatic kasi mayroong siyang hawakan so ditulak siya. Sa ang automatic, ganun lang. Halos ganun lang, di ba?
which serve to make clear that the world of the
Totoo to.
paranormal goes far beyond what movies or television series
Isa sa pinaka parang totoong napanood.
show us. Number 3.
Ayos to, puta. Kanina pa ako takot dito habang namimili ng papanoorin. Alas 12 na naman kasi. O, saan ba? O, mag-alas 12 na. Diyos ko
The
po.
following clip was sent by Brian Steven, who tells us about a strange situation in a complex that has the residents concerned. You see, it was night, almost dawn, and a child would not stop running, screaming, and laughing at the top of his lungs outside. Angrily, she went outside and asked the boy to stop playing and to go home. She turned for only a second to prevent the door of her house from closing, when suddenly, the boy had disappeared. It was so strange and impossible that she went to the security cameras of her residence to see where that boy had gone. Now, you will witness exactly what her eyes saw. Watch.
Pero es que decía que de atrás hay de aquí, pero yo no sé cómo llega ahí.
Mire.
Uy, maliit lang oh.
Por eso, pero mira que a qué hora llega a esta esquina, es que ¿cómo hace? ¿Cómo hace para
Mire,
llegar?
estoy caminando. Y mire de dónde llega.
Wow! Nakita niyo ba yun? Putang ina tayo. I-replay to,
The
i-replay.
woman assures that it is exactly the same minor who inexplicably seems to move at an impossible speed, almost instantaneously. She assures that the boy in the background and the one who later passes closer is the same person. That night, there was no one else there. How can you explain such an occurrence?
Putang bilis,
An answer
gago.
that the residents of this complex cannot find.
Puta,
Brian
nakakatakot
says that the next day another neighbor caught another strange event just outside the residence. See for yourself.
¿Cuánto lleva así? Mire, el señor ni siquiera se da cuenta. El señor con el perro. Pero mire el perro, venga, mire el perro como está mirando, mire el perro como mira. Mire el perro como mira el coso. El perro sí lo sabe ya.
Y el señor no.
No, el señor no, pero el perro mire cómo está mirando el coso, mire el perro. Mire el perro como mira el columpio. Mire.
Oh! Akala ko hangin lang, pwedeng hangin, pero yung dog may nakikita oh.
No,
Él
antes
sabe que
les da
algo
miedo.
ahí, vea.
Él sabe. Vea, está mirando donde yo les dije de la sombra gris. Mire. Ahí está. No, te tocó matar.
Gago, ang gaganda ng video ngayon ha.
The dog really seems to detect something unusual. It shouldn't care that the swing is moving. It is alert because something else seems to be there. Brian assures that it is most likely the same presence. Number 2.
Grabe, ang galing.
The image you are seeing corresponds to a live video that the young man made with his little sister. The video was simple. They showed letters and drawings when suddenly their followers began to warn them that something strange had happened behind them. The
Nakakatakot.
parents of these minors literally had their blood run cold when they saw this.
Otra carta de mamá en forma de carta.
Tang ina, salamin pala yung nasa likod. Ayoko ng salamin, tol. Ayoko ng salamin. Naku po! Tang ina naman talaga. Takotan naman ako, nagbumura
You
na
can
naman
see
ako.
that the figure of a person passes over the young man's left shoulder.
Wag kang
However, then
ganyan.
disappears, and only a blurry transparent shape can be seen. If you look closely, the mirror is hanging on a wall, and directly below is the sofa where the miners were sitting. There is no space for a person to pass behind them.
Tsaka yung lumakad, hindi solid, di ba? Parang see-through lang. Parang kaluluwa.
Our
Tama na.
followers say that behind that wall is the backyard. There's
Yeah.
no door there. The door is through another section, at least 13 feet away.
Pucha. Galing mag-ano nito,
Put
mag-investigate.
yourself in the man's place. What would you do if you noticed an event like this in your home? Number 1.
Oh, pucha. Grabe ha. 3 sunod na video. Ang gaganda. Woo! Last one na.
Let
Yes.
me end this video by asking you the following question. Have you ever had a pair
Ako lang ba yung nanonood ng ganito na gusto kagad matapos yung palabas? Oo. Actually, hindi ko alam kung nag-e-enjoy ako o something. Kasi gusto ko siya matapos kagad. Oo. Natakot na ako kasi nakakatakot. Parang, alam niyo, parang hindi mo na kayang panoorin.
paranormal encounter with an animal? I mean, have you ever perceived the presence of an animal that is no longer there? There are many anecdotes of close friends and some personal ones of encounters with the memory of an animal. I remember a couple of times having heard a pet walking days after its death, something that was witnessed by more people. That is why, from here, the question arises. Can animals also go into a spectral state? Can they become spirits and wander in the state in our physical plane? Perhaps the answer is in this next clip. Pay attention.
Puta, mukhang ano to ah. Ay puta, oo, napanood ko na to pero panoorin pa rin natin. Ilang beses ko na napanood to pero takot pa rin ako dito. Ayoko talaga na may hagdanan tapos may silong.
Hello? Oh my god!
Takot pa rin ako.
Apparently, the residents of this house had already heard clear barks and strange sounds coming from the basement. However, they had never encountered anything until they published a series of strange footages on their TikTok account. Are we in the presence of the spirit of a dog that lives in the basement of this house? A unique case that, like the previous ones, realizes that the world of the paranormal covers many more aspects than previously thought. I hope you like.
Kita mo, ilang beses ko na siya napanood pero ngayon ko lang nalaman na ang nagbumulto pala doon, aso. Yung tahol na yun, dito ko lang sa kay Dark Secret ko lang nalaman. Yung tahol na yun, akala ko may alaga silang aso. Yung pala, wala silang alagang aso pero may narinig silang tahol. Tapos yung lakad is lakad aso, di ba? Ay puta, grabe na kinalabutan ako. Alam nyo kasi kanina, bago namimili pa lang ako ng pinapanood, ako yung natatakot na. Hindi ko alam kung bakit. Kasi alas 12 na naman eh. Sabi ko, abutin naman ako ng alas 12. Ay, nako. Gumaling na nga ako eh. Gumaling na yung takot ko. Bumalik na naman eh. Shoutout tayo mabilis ha. Shoutout kay Kong Kong. Lagi na uuna to eh, no? Shoutout kay Jolina Reyes Galisa. Shoutout din kay Jessa May Sager. At shoutout din kay Jake Saldivar. At shoutout kay Kit Sabuero, shoutout kay Aida Lumanog, shoutout kay JB Azeb Vlogs, at shoutout kay Eleza May Bazalo. So ayun, yung t-shirt ito ulit yung kanilang si RCH Clothing. Lalagay ko na lang sa baba yung sa yung kanilang link. So ito, maraming salamat sa panonood.
I came from the mud. There's dirt on my hands.